Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. We are now in the year 2023. I'm filming this on January 5th. When it would go up, I don't know, but I'm gonna say happy new year anyways. I'm not gonna be talking too loud because Mr. Oliver is napping and that's really when I can get anything done. But this video has been so highly requested. I get questions about this topic all the time. And I'm sure you can tell by the video name that this is going to be a video all about my health and weight loss and fitness journey. I get questions about this all daily on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, do so now. All my links are going to be down below where you can get all the important things that I talk about and all the important places that you can find me. So yeah, long story short, this is going to be a weight loss video. I started a weight loss journey in the middle of last year. I actually went back on my ring, like my Apple Watch and my closed rings when I started doing it consistently, and the date that I have is July 12th of 2022. I decided that I wasn't feeling great. I wasn't feeling healthy. I was super sluggish, lazy, tired all the time. My asthma was at its worst that it had ever been. And essentially, honestly, I wanted to live a healthier life, a longer life for myself and for my family. I have a soon-to-be 3-year-old who's extremely active, and it was important to me that I was there for him, whether it be, you know, to play with him at the park or just to walk up and down the stairs, so to change his diaper kind of thing. Like, I just wanted to feel better. I wasn't feeling good in my body and I knew that I had to make some changes. There's also going to be a little bit of a Q&A from Instagram. I asked you guys there what questions you wanted me to answer in regards to my weight loss. And yeah, so I'm going to answer the bigger questions that I already know, and then I'll go onto my phone and see what questions you guys are asking me on Instagram. So one big question is, what weight loss program am I on? And the simplest answer to that question is none. I am not a part of any weight loss plans. I am not taking part in any MLM programs. I'm not following a specific diet like keto, paleo, you know, those type of diets. I'm not following any of those. And I don't even have a gym membership. So I decided that I wanted to do this 100% myself to keep myself accountable. Actually many years ago, I was on Jenny Craig, and I just find that these weight loss programs are not sustainable. It's hard to keep up with them, and sometimes you lose weight really fast and then you just gain it all back once you finish the program or decide you don't want to go through with the program, and they can get expensive. But if that's your way of losing weight or getting fit, is doing any of those things, that's completely fine. I just know that it wasn't going to work for me and I needed a different approach. So yeah, that's the simplest answer there. I have all my notes in front of me too, so I just want to make sure that I'm getting all the information correctly and saying everything correctly to you guys. And then to piggyback off of that answer and that question is, what exactly am I doing, or what have I done to lose weight or get fit, or, you know, just in general get healthy? And the major thing that works for me is I'm counting my calories, and doing so, I'll get back to that, but I'm counting my calories. Some of the other main things that I've done is just being conscious of what I was eating, portion controlling, eating more protein, adding more veggies into my diet, still eating carbs, but making sure that that's not the majority of my portion. So just eating a little bit less carbs. This was like one of the first steps into this journey, was I completely cut out juice and pop sodas. I don't drink juice, and I used to love drinking iced tea, apple juice, just you name it. I love drinking juice. I love pop. I love Coke. So I knew that those are terrible for you, period. Like full of sugars, carbonation, like I had to stop with that. So the biggest thing that I did actually completely remove from my daily intake and eat like my calories is beverages like juice and pop. I made some substitutions, so once in a while when I'm really craving having a carbonated beverage, I stick to like a Coke Zero or like a Fresca, something that's 0 calories and sugar free. And same goes for juice. Luckily, I haven't really craved juice that much, but there are some 0 calorie or very low calorie juice beverages out there that are obviously artificially sweetened. And yeah, but for the most part, I just drink water, and I drink 1 coffee a day in the morning, and I don't put sugar in my coffee anymore. I just use sugar-free, I use a little bit of milk, or I use sugar-free, what are they called? Creamers. My favorite is the International Delights French vanilla sugar-free creamer. It's about 20 calories a tablespoon. I'm still looking for the caramel one, but that's what I'm doing. That's a big thing that was part of my weight loss, was removing those from my diet. I cut out some junk foods. I went into this journey thinking to myself, if I have to stop eating it altogether, I don't want to do it, because I don't want to deprive myself, because that never works. If I'm in bed, or if I'm sitting there thinking, man, I really wish I could have this, and I'm like, I can't have it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like yearning for it. I don't know what's the right words to use, but I didn't want to have to go through that. So I cut out sitting down on the couch and eating a whole bag of chips kind of thing. If I want chips, I'm going to eat them. Very small portions in moderation. Same goes with sweets and chocolates and things like that. In moderation, smaller portions. I did not want to deprive myself, but I did cut out snacking in that big of a way, you know, like not sitting there and eating a bag of chips kind of thing. Really trying to eat whole meals, 3 whole meals, and healthier snacks in between. And you know what? I don't crave junk food like I did before, because I have other snack alternatives that make up for it. And then the last thing that I'm doing is I am working out. I am moving my body, but I do it from home and I do it for free. I use things like YouTube and whatnot, but I do interpret some workout or movement into my day about 3 to 5 days a week. So going back to counting my calories, I get a lot of questions about how am I counting my calories, what do I use to count my calories, etc. Right now I'm not specifically counting macros, but I will check to make sure, like, we'll check on my protein levels and things like that to make sure I'm getting a decent amount of protein in my diet and like lower sugars, things like that. So I use an app to count my calories, and it's called Lose It. It's very similar to MyFitnessPal, which I used at the very beginning of my journey for maybe three to 4 weeks, but I just didn't like, I don't know, so many things have changed with MyFitnessPal. There's so many ads. It was driving me crazy, and I also didn't love the layout as much anymore. So I did some digging, I think I stumbled upon a TikTok video where someone was talking about how MyFitnessPal was going to change their scanning option where you can scan barcodes to foods to their premium membership. And I was like, well, you know, I already don't like MyFitnessPal that much. Let me look at the comments, see what people are saying. And a lot of people were saying that they were using an app called Lose It, and that's when I went and I downloaded it. Now it is a paid app. It's about $50 Canadian for the year, but for me and the last 6 months it has been completely worth it. I use it every single day, and when you initially download the app, it has an in-depth questionnaire that asks you your fitness levels, like how much you move in a day. It asks you like how you want to go about dieting or what, like counting your calories, and then it chooses a number for you based on how much you weigh and the answers to that questionnaire. So I think when I started off, I was intaking almost 1,700 calories for the day, and I would have never known that if I had continued using MyFitnessPal, because I was like, I had my calories at like 1,300 or something, and MyFitnessPal, which is not enough food. So that's the most important thing, is make sure that when you are counting your calories, you know what's the appropriate amount that you're going to be counting for in a day. There are other ways other than downloading an app and answering a questionnaire. There's like a formula that you can use that'll help figure out what's the appropriate amount of calories for you to intake. So the app did that for me, which was great. Another big thing that helps me with counting my calories is I have a food scale. I've always owned a food scale because I'm a baker, so it was just convenient that I already had one, but they're really inexpensive. You can get, mine is like from Amazon Basics, and I paid under $20 for it, and it just helps you get a more accurate depiction of how much food you're intaking, like your carbs and your veg and even your meat. I like to weigh it by grams, and that way you get a more accurate depiction of how many calories you're intaking that way. Again, the app allows barcode scanning, so a lot of the store-bought items that I get that I want to count the calories, it's just as easy as scanning it and putting in my portion size, and there you have it. It's super easy and super simple. And it also connects to my phone. Well, in my case, it connects to my Apple Watch, so it can pick up on my movement, my steps, and how many calories I've burned, etc. It also gives you the option to add your calories burned, like to remove that from your total. I don't remove, like if I burn 600 calories that day, I don't say, oh, now I can eat an extra 600 calories. I don't do that. I just go based off the main amount of food that I intake, and that's what works the best for me. And then the next thing that I wanted to talk about is, how did I know what to eat or what to make that was like healthy or that would help me lose weight? So no foods are like bad for you. No foods are gonna make you gain weight. It's the excess of how much you eat of something and the excess of calories you consume in a day that's gonna possibly make you gain weight. And the reason I know that is I researched, I Googled, I watched lots of different YouTube videos on it, lots of educational content that you can get on Instagram and TikTok. So I just wanted to make sure that I educated myself on this and look up recipes, look up healthy foods, how to calorie count, etc. So just doing the research is what's going to make the way I'm losing weight now more what's the word I want to use? I don't know, just a better way of losing weight, and it's going to stay off and I can stay consistent because I'm more educated on all the different things that I need to do and whatnot for weight loss. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to communicate this, but I'm not good at public speaking, and it's because I lose track of words, and like I know what I'm trying to say, but there's specific words that I need to use for that, and I always forget what it is. So another big question I get asked all the time is, what workouts do I do? And again, I work out for free. I don't have a gym membership. And right now I haven't done much weight training. I have a couple of light weights. My sister has like 10-pound weights that I plan on borrowing from her. So I've been sticking to mostly cardios and things like kickboxing, HIIT workouts, Tabata, I don't know how to pronounce that, workouts, where it's a full body leg movement, arm movements, ab movements that help with weight loss and fat loss, but again, free on YouTube. The biggest YouTuber that I use the most right now is Grow with Jo. She just has so much variety in her workouts and she uploads often. But in the very beginning of my journey, I was doing the Body Project also on YouTube, also free, but they don't upload as often, so I was getting bored of their workouts really quickly. And when I got my Apple Watch, I had a free 3-month, roughly free 3 months, I think it was 3 months subscription to Apple, what is it, Fitness Plus. And those workouts are really, really good. I would do the HIIT workouts and they had like lots of fun ones. They also had dance workouts that I did a couple of times. So I did that as well. I mixed that up in there in the beginning. But then after I discovered Grow with Jo, I really, really liked her. I'm going to link my playlist down below where I've saved my favorite workouts, ones that are convenient when I only have 15 minutes and some that are longer that when I really want to get like a really good burn. But the playlist link will be down below in the description. I guess this is like the biggest question is my total weight loss and my ultimate goal. So I went in this with the mindset of I don't want to obsess over that number on the scale, but I do want to see weight loss progress. Like, that's important to me. I did want to lose weight, but I still wanted to feel healthy. I also really wanted to measure myself and take measurements, because sometimes even if the scale is not showing a change, sometimes there's still a change in your numbers and in your measurements. But I can never remember to get that measuring tape on a measure, so I don't have my measurements. Right now I'm only looking at the scale. But anyway, I started this journey. I was 227 pounds, 227.7 pounds. I do like to count the decimals, the 1 decimal afterwards, because even losing 0.2 of a pound is an amazing accomplishment. So I started this journey. I was 227.7 pounds. That was basically the heaviest I had ever been since my pregnancy. And I now am 196.2. I actually have made it lower. I've been to 194.2, but the holidays the holidays really were tough. I didn't want to stress about eating and counting my calories during the holidays, because the holidays are about enjoying it and being with your family, and I didn't want that mindset going into the holidays, and that is completely fine. And I definitely overindulged, so I'm currently at 196.2, so that puts me at 30, I don't know, I'm really bad at simple math, so I'll tell you what I'm currently at, like my total weight loss. So that makes me 31 and a half pounds down, which is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. When I lost my first 5 pounds, I would have never thought that I'd be talking about the 30 pounds that I've lost. So I'm extremely proud of myself, and I'm so happy that I've made it this far. Ultimate goal, I don't have a number in my mind as my end goal, but I am continuing to lose weight. I'm still not satisfied in the 190s. When I set up my app, I had said that my goal was 180. I think at 180 I'm comfortable, but you know, the sky's the limit, and as long as I'm feeling good and I can, and I can continue to lose weight and I'm comfortable with that, then I'm open to that idea as well. So that's the gist of it. That's the biggest questions that I could think of to answer. And now I'm gonna go on Instagram and see the kind of questions that you guys been asking me. So somebody asked, what got you motivated to start this journey? And I kind of touched base on that in one of the first questions, and it was the fact that I just did not feel good. I did not feel healthy. I wanted to live a healthy and long life for my family, the possibility of growing my family, because when I got pregnant, I probably weighed over 200 pounds already. But sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. But I lost weight during pregnancy, and I just didn't want, you know, it's people can lose weight, people can gain weight during pregnancy, and if I were to get pregnant again, I don't want to take that risk. And if I have already lost the weight and I'm comfortable, I would prefer that, just so that it's not harder on me on my pregnancy, etc. So just wanting to live a healthier life is what motivated me, and wanting to love myself in my body again, because I wasn't feeling that way before I lost weight. Okay, I'll go to that question towards the end because that's like a longer questions. Someone asked me, was it hard to stick to it? I'm guessing it being the weight loss journey. There are times where it's really hard, and I feel like, especially being a woman, I get extreme cravings before, not even on my period, but before, like 5 days to a week before, that whole week before getting my period, like finish the sentence, I get extreme cravings. I want sweet, I want salty, and I'm like a bottomless pit. I just want to eat all the time. So that's when it can get challenging. Sometimes getting the motivation to get up and work out, just get up off the couch and work out, is hard, especially when you work like a desk job. It can get difficult, but I feel like after the first month of consistently doing it, my body has built that habit of doing it, and my body feels the differences of how I eat clean and healthy to when I decide I'm gonna eat like a pizza or go out for dinner and like not care. My body feels those effects. So I feel like you get into a routine and it makes it a lot easier. So yes, it's hard at times, but then I feel like it gets better. So someone asked, have you experienced any sugar withdrawals, for example getting headaches? I don't think so. I don't think I've gotten any withdrawals like that. I definitely miss it sometimes, where I'm just like, I just want to eat like a whole box of chocolates by myself, a whole bag of chips, but I know that I have goals in my mind and I'm very set on those goals, so I can usually crush those thoughts down, but I don't deprive myself. I'll still have it. And I think that's the thing with sugar withdrawals. I never fully cut out sugar. Even in my coffee, I was still having sugar in my coffee in the beginning. I think I would have 1 sugar instead of 2 sugars. I brought it down to 1, and now ultimately to none. So, and just having the creamer or the milk. So I think the important part is, and why I don't have withdrawals, is because I never just cold turkey cut sugar out of my diet. Another good thing is I love fruit of every kind, and when I feel like I need a little bit of sugar or like a pick-me-up, I eat fruit, strawberries, like berries and fruit, all types of fruit, apples, berries, bananas, grapes. They're a good source of good sugars, sucralose, and they help those cravings that you might want. And they also have fiber. Fruits are great for you. So I think that's why I never got any sugar withdrawals, because I just had different types of sugars. Like I said, I have substitutions for the things that I would eat previously that weren't that great for me. So no, I don't think I experienced much withdrawals for that. And even because I drank so much pop and juice, I had substitutions in the beginning that helped me out with that as well. Someone asked, which is kind of related, is there any foods that I 100% avoid? And foods, no. Actually, I lied. And I talked about this with a coworker yesterday. Something I completely avoid, and in the last 6 months, I maybe have ate 3 times, is pasta. I don't eat pasta unless I'm eating like a lasagna. I don't eat, and lasagna is rare because we don't, to begin with, my kid and my husband, they don't like pasta. They're not a huge fan of Italian food in general. I completely avoid it because I love pasta, and pasta is one of those things, it's so carb heavy and you can get really carried away with it, resulting it being high in sugar, high, like I said, high carbs, and high calorie. So I do completely 100% avoid it for my sake, because it's hard for me to portion control that. Like I said, in the last 6 months, I've maybe, other than lasagna, I've maybe had it 3 times, and even lasagna I maybe had 2 or 3 times as well in the past 6 months. And then the other things that I avoid are full sugar juice and pop. Once in a while, when I really want it, I'll have 0 sugar, 0 calorie carbonated beverages to make up for that. So those are the things that I avoid completely. Other than that, I still eat chips and snacks and things. I just have them more in moderation, and I have substitutions of healthier snacks that I can get to. Someone asked what was my biggest challenge. And I don't know. I think the biggest challenge for me was just being patient to see results, because, and I think that goes for everyone, that, you know, even when it comes to the first day, you work so hard, you go through that workout, you know, you counted your calories on point, and the next day you want to be down 5 pounds, and it's just not realistic. But it's really challenging mentally to think about that. So the patience part of weight loss is definitely, I would say, my biggest challenge going through this. But it does get so much better, and I've learned that you have to stay off the scale. I try to keep my weigh-ins, oh gosh, I'm trying to get comfortable. I try to keep my weigh-ins at least once a week, but if you can go longer, that's even better, because you might be even happier with your results the longer you wait to weigh yourself. But I do it about once a week. Okay, somebody else asked tips on how to stay consistent with healthy eating. The grocery prices have me eating takeout often, and that's where it can definitely get tricky, because groceries are expensive, and eating healthy and getting healthy groceries can be even more expensive. So what do I do to stay consistent? One big thing I would say to be consistent with healthy eating is that I make more portions so that I have food ready for me the next day. I don't like meal prepping. I'm not gonna cook something one day and eat it 5 days later. That's just disgusting to me. I don't want to eat soggy vegetables and 5-day-old rice. That's just not for me. If that works for you, great, but that just does not work for me. But I do eat leftovers. I'm good with eating like a day or 2 after. So typically when I cook a dinner, the healthy dinner, I make sure to make a little bit of a larger portion so that I know I have lunch for the next day, and that'll help me from ordering takeout or trying to think of something else to eat, because I'm already portioned and prepared a meal for me that's healthy. So that's a big thing. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm so disappointed because my camera just randomly turned off at 30 minutes recording, so I don't even know where I left off, and I got so nervous that my footage deleted. So I was answering the question of what keeps me consistent, and I think where I left off is, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm a big believer in saving money anywhere I can, especially on groceries. So I try to collect coupons to help price matching, all those things. And if you want to know how to do that, I always talk about it over on my Instagram. So those are some of the things that help for me to consistently eat healthy. And another big thing that helps is that, and I say this so many times, is I don't deprive myself. I try to keep anything that might not be healthy, or if I want to get takeout, to the weekends, because I always give myself a few extra calories on the weekends to be able to enjoy some other meals and other foods. So don't deprive yourself. Still allow yourself to have McDonald's, still allow yourself to have pizza and sweets and whatever, because it will help you overall during the week when you want to stay consistent and have lighter or healthier meals. So that's what I have to say about that. Okay, so let me go back to this question, which is my favorite snacks. So this still goes from me answering the previous question. Is I always make sure I have fruits at home because I love fruits, and they're such a good way to get sugar and fiber and other things, and they're delicious. So fruits have definitely changed the game for me. I've always loved fruits, but when you're on a weight loss journey, like, they're key, and they're really low calorie and delicious. Something I've also really been loving is rice crackers. I usually get the caramel rice cracker and with a little bit of peanut butter and blackberry jam, or just peanut butter, but I love that so much. Sometimes I'll slice a banana on there as well. So good. And I hate rice crackers, but I feel like they're definitely underrated, and you can spice them up and still keep them low calorie and healthy. And yeah, so rice cakes has been a big one. I'm just trying to think of like my healthier snacks that I eat that have helped me through weight loss. There are these chocolate things by a company called Chunkies or something like that. I'll insert a picture here. I got them at Costco, and they're like little chocolate protein bites. They're sea salted caramel, and they're delicious. One serving is like 9 pieces, 190 calories, but I have 5 pieces. It's about 100 calories, and it does it for me. It's great. Also, another big thing that helped me curb some cravings in the beginning was dark chocolate. The Lindt like salted sea salt dark chocolate, strawberry dark chocolate, so good, and it would really curb those cravings for me. I'm trying to think if there's any snacks that are like, I don't snack too much, and when I do, it's usually on a fruit, a rice cracker. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't snack too much. I rather have a larger meal, like skip out on 100 calories of a snack and have a little bit more in my meal, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think of like snacks that I love. I really like granola bars, like the Made Good granola bars. They have a morning one. I like having those on hand too. They're really good, and they're about 100 calories a bar. Nuts, I like having pistachios, cashews. Those are my favorite. And some healthy fats, olives. Like, these might seem like strange snacks, but they're great, and they're healthy fats for you. So that's all I gotta say about that. Another question that I got is if I'm taking any supplements or anything like that. So because I lost the amount of weight that I lost, one thing that I have been experiencing is hair loss. I have a lot of hair, so I have hair to spare, but I do have some hair loss. So I do take a multivitamin, which I started taking probably 3 or 4 months after I started my journey. I'll post a picture here. The brand is Progressive, and it's a woman's multivitamin. I love it. You only have to take 3 a day, usually with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Doesn't make me nauseous, because I remember having to take multivitamins that would make me feel so sick. And these do not make me feel sick at all. I love them, and I already ordered my second bottle. I love them so much. I'll link them down below, and I'll show a picture here. They're by Progressive, and they're the woman's multivitamin. Another thing I recently started taking, I also just bought my second tub of, is the Organica collagen peptides, the powder one that's non-flavored. I put that in my coffee every morning. It's unflavored and it truly helps with your skin. Like, I'm sure it has tons of other benefits. It says it's great for your skin and your joints. So for someone who's working out all the time, I felt like it was important. If I'm not going to taste it and just put it in my coffee anyways, might as well. I take a B12 vitamin separately as well. It's one dissolvable tablet a day. I started taking that when I got my Bell's palsy to help with my muscle recovery, and I still take it. I think it's great for cell and muscle like repair, and I take it after a workout. Usually every day I take one after a workout. Another good thing that I take as well when I have a smoothie is a vanilla protein powder. I'll show a picture. I'll have everything that I'm talking about linked down below. The protein powder that I bought it because it comes in a small quantity and I didn't want a huge tub of protein powder because I don't drink smoothies that often. But it's really great tasting and it's perfect for like someone like me who like one little flavor difference and it'll throw me completely off. But as for supplements, I think that's all that I'm taking right now that I can think of. And yeah, that was the last question. I'll check one more time. Oh boy. Yeah, that was the questions that I got. Anything else? Let me show you. Anything else that I would get questions on, I feel like I've already answered in this video. And that's that. That's quite a long video, which I had suspected, but I'm so glad that I was able to sit down and have this conversation and talk about this journey with you guys. I'm going to be continuing to do it. You will see lots of updates on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. If you guys have any further questions, please leave them down below. Leave a comment, DM me on Instagram. I'm always here to answer any questions. And yeah, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe if you like this video or other videos that you've seen on my channel. And I can't wait to be able to sit here and make another video for you guys again. So that's the end of that. That's all I have to say. I'm really bad at ending videos. Until the next video, guys. Bye.